In the harsh winter of 1939, the tiny nation of Finland found itself in the crosshairs of a giant, the Soviet Union. A bombardment of Finnish cities marked the beginning of the Winter War, a conflict that would see this small country fight valiantly for its independence against overwhelming odds.
For 3 months during the winter of 1939-40, little Finland resisted the might of Russia and survived. No one thought Finland could have done so against the full military might of the Soviet war machine, but she surprised the world.
In the aftermath, Finland was forced to make significant concessions, paying hefty reparations, agreeing to unfavorable trade terms, and losing key territories. Yet, despite these setbacks, the Finnish people displayed remarkable resilience and ego strength. Over the ensuing decades, Finland underwent a transformation that is nothing short of miraculous. From a primarily agrarian society, it emerged as a modern, industrialized nation, all while maintaining its independence and navigating a delicate geopolitical situation with its powerful neighbor, the Soviet Union. How did Finland manage to not only survive this upheaval but to thrive and carve out a place for itself on the world stage? Join us as we explore the incredible journey of Finland, from the dark days of the Winter War to its rise as a symbol of resilience, ego strength, and innovation. Today we review the history and spotlight 5 key actions Finland executed to navigate its upheaval. Finland, a land of captivating beauty, shares many differences with its Scandinavian neighbors. Its language, part of the Uralic family, is distinct from the Indo-European languages spoken across most of Europe. This unique language is just one aspect of Finland's rich tapestry of culture and traditions. In the early 20th century, Finland was primarily an agricultural society. Geographically, Finland shares a long border with Russia, and the bustling city of St. Petersburg is merely 300 kilometers away. This proximity has always caused a stir in the Soviet Union, as it was concerned about Finland's geopolitical position. Historically, Finland found itself caught between the crossfires of global powers. In 1918, it was a battleground between Germany and the Soviet Union, and during the Crimean War, France and Great Britain attacked the Soviet Union through the Gulf of Finland. These historical tensions culminated in the Soviet attack on Finland in 1939, marking the beginning of the Winter War. From the outset, the odds were stacked against Finland.
Close to Leningrad, Stalin demanded that Finland cede parts of its Karelian Isthmus territory in exchange for other Soviet land in the center of the border. Finland had declared itself neutral at the outbreak of World War II and sought help from Sweden and the Western Allies, including Britain and France, but with no success. When Finland finally refused Stalin's offer, the Soviet Union launched its attack on November 30th, 1939.
The disparity in size, population, military, and economic power was vast, and the world, embroiled in conflicts of its own, offered little help. The United States declared neutrality. Germany was bound by a non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union, and France and England, already at war with Germany, turned a blind eye to Finland's plight. Aid came in the form of a small amount of military equipment, much of it unusable, and around 12,000 Swedish volunteers, many of whom lacked complete military training. Faced with overwhelming odds, Finland had only one option: to defend its land and make the Soviet victory as costly and painful as possible. Courage and ingenuity were Finland's allies. The Finns created the Molotov cocktail, a simple yet effective incendiary device. This invention, named after the Soviet Foreign Minister Vyacheslav Molotov, became a symbol of their determination to resist against all odds. Despite their valor, Finland had to make significant concessions. The Soviet Union gained access to key Finnish ports and completely separated the province of Karelia, leading to the evacuation of 10% of the Finnish population. While the loss was profound, Finland remained a sovereign and independent nation, a fact that many consider a victory given the overwhelming odds. The human cost of the Winter War was steep. Official estimates suggest around 25,000 Finnish deaths out of a population of approximately 3.7 million. Percentage-wise, this is higher than the losses suffered by the US in all its wars combined. Although faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges, Finland's story is one of resilience and determination. In the face of adversity, they not only managed to maintain their independence but also set the stage for remarkable transformation in the years to come. Now that we have a glimpse of Finland's past, let's dive into how this resilient nation managed to transform itself in the aftermath of the Winter War and carve out a place for itself on the world stage. Accepting the reality of its geographical position, Finland acknowledged that being next to a military giant like the Soviet Union meant always being on the edge of a potential crisis. They understood that the power of the Soviet Union could not be ignored, nor could they fully rely on Western allies who had their own interests to protect. President Urho Kekkonen, a key figure in shaping Finland's post-war foreign policy, once remarked on the importance of establishing a balance and being aware of the conditions of international politics. This meant recognizing and respecting Soviet interests while maintaining Finland's independence and developing economic relations with the West. This approach, later termed as Finlandization, involved a careful balancing of geopolitical interests to maintain sovereignty while ensuring the security of a powerful neighbor. As part of this delicate balancing act, Finland remained committed to ensuring the Soviet Union felt secure. This commitment even led to the rejection of financial aid from the United States under the Marshall Plan, despite the dire need for it. Instead, Finland focused on developing its heavy industries, partly stimulated by the reparations paid to the Soviet Union. By creating a sense of security for the Soviet Union, Finland was able to gradually integrate with the European economy. This approach not only preserved Finland's independence but also laid the foundation for its transformation into a modern, economically thriving nation with one of the best education systems in the world.
It's the 16th richest country in the world in terms of GDP per capita. It was ranked as the happiest country for many years in a row. The standards of living are high, homelessness has pretty much been abolished, and it's one of the cleanest and greenest places on earth. It boasts one of the highest life expectancies in the world. Its capital, Helsinki, has been in the best cities to live in rankings since the early 2000s, and all of this without vast oil reserves like Norway.
In 1955, the Soviet Union withdrew its naval forces from Finland and removed its artillery from the Finnish border. This withdrawal marked a significant moment in the relationship between the two nations and underscored the success of Finland's foreign policy approach. Today, Finland stands as a testament to the power of pragmatism, resilience, and strategic diplomacy. A nation that not only saved itself from destruction but also emerged stronger, more prosperous, and better positioned for the future. This journey is not just a tale of survival, but one of transformation and resilience. As we reflect on Finland's past, there are several key takeaways that can serve as guiding principles for challenges. Let's explore these insights further. So, what can we take away from Finland's story? 1. Timely recognition. Finland recognized the severity of the geopolitical upheaval in real time. 2. Realism. They accepted their geopolitical reality instead of resisting it. 3. Proactivity. Finland refused to play the victim and took responsibility for addressing the challenges head-on. 4. Preserving identity. Finland identified the core elements of its national identity and protected them, even while building a buffer around the crisis areas. 5. Adapting to change. Finland preserved its identity where it could but wasn't afraid to make changes, even significant ones like adjusting the rules of its democracy, to resolve the crisis. In essence, Finland employed a strong sense of self, or ego strength, to successfully navigate a period of intense crisis. Ego strength is a term used in psychology to refer to the ability of a person to maintain their own identity and values, and cope with the demands of society and the external world. In the case of Finland, its ego strength or national resilience was demonstrated in its response to the upheaval of the Winter War and its aftermath. Despite facing immense pressure, Finland did not see itself as a victim, but took responsibility for its own future, safeguarding its core values while making necessary changes to adapt to the new reality. As the result, Finland was able to maintain its independence and national identity. Today, Finland stands as a testament to the power of adaptability, resilience, and a well-calibrated foreign policy. And in a world that is constantly evolving, with new challenges always on the horizon, there is a lot that we can learn from Finland's. In a world full of uncertainties, Finland's journey teaches us that with adaptability, resilience, and a clear-eyed view of the world, it is possible to not only survive but thrive. It's about recognizing the challenges, embracing change where necessary, and staying true to our core values. Finland's story is a powerful reminder that, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, there is always a way forward. So, as we navigate our own challenges, let's remember the lessons from Finland. Embrace the reality, adapt with strength, and always keep moving forward. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative and inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that uplift and educate.